Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is that you're watching us. I want to say good greetings to you. I'm super excited to be hosting you in our live session today. And of course, the player is all mine. My name is David. I go by the name El Gio on most of the platforms. Interestingly, again, I'm super glad to be going live on our YouTube channel again today. And by the way, we're also live on iChat. And I know you might be wondering what is iChat. Okay, fine. Let's think of this Web3 platform where people get to connect and discuss, and of course, have these, discussions and connections also concurrently happening live. They get to see what's really trending and discuss about great opportunities in the market. So, yes, this is what iChat's about. I'm getting to know more about them, right? And I'm getting to interact with them more and, of course, get y'all guys to know what this is about now. It could definitely benefit you, which again is the reason why I'm also pitching FimeX, the crypto exchange we are currently in partnership with. And I'm going to be giving much more updates about this exchange. But again, I'm super excited to give you the update about the market analysis we gave yesterday. You literally saw this yesterday. And this was the first live session we had with everyone, who were with us here in iChat, and we watched this market together. I'm going to be talking about that because I think the market gave us a little bit of great leverage to talk much more about how the whole thing is turning out to be. I would be doing that in a moment, but I want to quickly check, right, how our sound is coming out. I am very much pleased to be here again. Very much. And then if you've got questions, I think it's about time you make do with the chat room. The chat room is there so we can actually engage ourselves more in discussions and, of course, meaningful discussion, anyways, and making the most of why we are practically here. All right, so we look at the charts. Yeah, you might be wondering what's this right towards this side of the live stream. What is this? What are you showing? Yeah, so this is to tell you that there is so much of bonus waiting for you in in the live room, right? In this exchange FameX, all you've got to do is to use our referral code BitChase, which is what you're seeing on the screen, and voila, you'll be welcomed with that bonus. By the way, if you don't get it automatically, you can always send a DM of your user ID of FameX, and then we'll get you to claim the 388 USDT trial funds. All right, so I think that's very much a good update. I want to confirm with those of us who are watching on FameX, and I want to be so sure the sound is also coming out properly. Now, if you're joining for the first time on FameX, I would appreciate you giving us a follow, dropping, your thoughts in the comment section, and intentionally, getting to share what it is that pertains to new update that you're getting. Hello, bro. The start of a new rally. Okay, so I think I'm getting some good chats. Hello, Rosianne and Justin. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm doing great. The start of a new rally. Well, I'm not so sure. This is the analysis we gave yesterday. So we gave this analysis yesterday during the live stream. I think that's something I would need to make mention of. And we gave this analysis following our knowledge of the accumulation, manipulation, and distribution for the Bitcoin market. So we took this trade from about $6,500 and we took it right here. And I'm already out of the market actually. And we wanted to look at the market again, New York session, because we literally trade New York sessions, which is why we're doing the live stream at this particular point in time, which is about the time New York session opens, right? Just the transition point between London and yeah, you're right, Justin. It's a short-term capital rotation. I was not gonna leave it forever, right? So the thing is, every one of us have our different biases when it comes to this market, But I know, right, from the moment the Bitcoin market closed the 6 monthly candle, which was in the month of June, and opening the new 6 month candle the beginning of this month, July, that we are going to be going very much bullish soon. But now, listen very much carefully. But I still think there is liquidity resting slightly at 48K, 52K, and potentially 45k that the market could take. Any of those points rings a bell in my medulla, and that implies, okay, does today's Ethereum trading volume make you more confident, or do you think the move still needs more confirmation? I'm going to look at Ethereum anyways, but where I have my eyes on this stock, it's a US based stock. I'm not going to talk about that, but I've been holding this stock for a long time, a couple of months, somewhere around there, and I think it's still going to come right there. I'm not going to talk about that much, more than what I've said, right? So let's look at Ethereum because of Rosalind's discourse. Well, so the sudden push, right, in Ethereum, which is like the grab of liquidity around this point, is also not a confirmation that Ethereum is really performing well. So the thing is, every time I get to sit around the market and discuss, or I'm opportune to share on analyzing the market and potential outcomes, I mean, I think I keep saying it that the chart is the art of the market. Now, I'm not saying we wouldn't be looking at liquidation heat map, looking at the news, looking at big buyers, but the chart itself is the leading indicator of what we need to know about a particular pair. So, what is the weekly chart saying on Ethereum? What is the monthly chart saying on Ethereum? On Ethereum, on the monthly charts, right, which of course I think is the same thing with the 6 monthly charts, Ethereum 6 monthly chart did not take the liquidity rest on the previous 6 monthly chart compared to Bitcoin. So let me do this. So this is a 6 monthly chart on Ethereum, on Bitcoin. So look here. So you'd see that this particular 6 monthly candle is very huge. I hope you guys could see that. Okay, I think those of us who are watching on the vertical, I got you wrong. You guys are not seeing what I'm showing. I'm so sorry. I'm referring to those who are watching on the vertical on YouTube. Let's come back here. So if you look at these very huge God candles that I have just, enlarged, you'll see that this particular 6 monthly candle, which opened the 1st of July, the candle low, right? See, the candle low for the last month's candle was taken out by this, which of course explains why there should be a very huge push to the upside. But again, don't forget, this is a very huge bearish candle bar. Anyways, that's for Bitcoin. So this is a very good sign for me to think, oh, wait, we just might be resuming a very huge bullish market. But when you look at Ethereum on the other end, you'd see that it's very much different. All right. So one thing, huge candle wick that is not yet still mitigated, a very huge bearish engulfing candle, and then this particular candle didn't take the grid below here. So would you say this is actually about Ethereum trying? Right, would you say this is about Ethereum trying to take the low of this particular candle? I wouldn't argue that. My argument would be Ethereum is going to just grab liquidities rested in this candle bar and flip it down. Now, my belief for that is not that we are outrightly bearish, but I'm only saying this grab of liquidity could turn Ethereum down to about $1,300 before Ethereum eventually flips back, leaving a very huge candle wick, which is below this candle bar, below this candle wick, and then this candle turns green again because it's a 6 month candle going back up. That's my expectation. And I'm not pessimistic. I'm not anti-bullish. I still am very much bullish in this market. That's the truth. Okay, so I don't know if this answers your question, Rosianne. Yeah, they are very much different. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you very much. I'm going to be checking also on YouTube to those who perhaps will be asking questions and engaging us across our live session. Okay. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, please drop your questions. And of course, I could see some persons of viewing already. I wouldn't mind you dropping your questions on what I've viewed so we can actually be on the same page. It goes a long way in making me know that we are still connected. Yeah. Again, let's get started. All right, so guys, let's analyze Ethereum because I think we should trade Ethereum on Bitcoin today. I did trade Ethereum on Bitcoin yesterday anyways. I was not just going to trade. I traded Bitcoin alone on FEMX. Yeah, and we had some very good 40% profit. Yeah, I did 40% profit. I might show you the. Okay, let me show you that. Let me show you that trade so you can actually know I'm not making things up. I'm not making things up, right? So that was the only trade we took. That was the first one. Yeah. Yeah, so you can actually see things for yourself. I'm gonna be bringing you guys into FemiX, and all right, of course, like I'm saying to those guys on YouTube, this is the action you're working with at the moment, and I'm also learning about them. As it stands now, I'm still checking, and then to the best of my knowledge, I think pricing's great, liquidity great, interactions superb. So I would love to show you the trade order history. Wait, I would love to show you the okay, let me turn this over. The count of 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that's it. So because I want us to do a bit of every time I do live sessions, I try to do what's it called? What do you call this now? A review, right? Yeah, a review. And if we get a lot of engagement, then we might do a bit of challenge. That kind of challenge where you say, let's do a 10x challenge in a month. Where we begin with, let's say, $50 when we turn 500 or 100 to turn 1,000. Yeah, I just need to see how much we are very much excited to explore that, right? I mean, that's gonna be like super exciting for me. By the way, today, while we go on with this live stream, I look forward to checking out because that's why this live session is up. So we're gonna be probably checking out what do I call this? Yeah, we're gonna be checking out trending altcoins. We're gonna go to CoinMarketCap and of course see which coins are gonna probably make some very good rounds. All right, so this is FemiX. I think I'm logged in. All right, so let's check the futures and show you guys what we've got. What am I doing? I was gonna check futures anyways. Wait, well, I'm actually still trying my hands on this. Okay, fine. I think this. I was about asking, why is this taking forever? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so let's look at the order history. I hope that's gonna probably pop up quickly for us and see your transaction history. What is wrong? This, I need this to create. Guys, what's really going on right now? My network is actually very great, I think, and I explain why this is not really showing. Anyways, so I was gonna show you guys the transaction history right now. Okay, so it's coming up. All right, so there you have it. Okay, not trade history. I think this is what I was going to look for. So we entered at 65 because that was that we eventually got to enter, and you can see that we netted 19.5 USD profits. Of course, the fees were gone about $8 for the maker and the taker, whatever that always gets to do with trading. I don't know, but then there you have it. So let me check. Yeah, if you've got questions, please don't forget to drop them in the comment section. I'd love to get your questions on these. Yeah, and so hello. Have you traded today? No, I've not. I haven't taken any trade today, so I'm not excited about trading, and I think that's one idea everyone should actually have. So don't be excited about trading. I think I'm gonna tell you for a fact. Hi. Don't be too excited about trading. Why? Because once you're not overly excited about trading, you don't jump on what you don't jump at. So I took this trade from 65k there about yesterday. You could actually see the timestamp. And then we closed at 64,120, right? No need to hold it for eternity. I think that explains that I was saying the truth, right? Yeah. Let's come back to the chat. Are there any altcoins worth watching today? Well, there are a couple of altcoins. Oh yes, there are a couple of them that have been making the rounds. I'm gonna be hoping that some of them are here. I'm gonna check for that if they're Or FabiX. Maybe I should just actually, sit around the ones that we have on FabiX. There definitely are altcoins that could do some very great, 20, 10%, I think, in the next couple of days. Yeah, guys, I think so. I mean, I really do know so. My eyes is on SUI. My eyes is on interestingly, my eyes is on M, which is Magic Eden, ME. I think it's ME. But then I don't think that's really here right now. My eyes on Sue, my eyes on Magic Eden. My eyes is on Pengu. I think Pengu is gonna really have a very great comeback soon. Yeah, I think so. I think it's gonna really push really unusually. I don't know when. We might just look at the market charts and draw out our highs and lows and buying point and what have we. Yes, I think that's primarily my take. So maybe we should look at Pengu. Yeah, let's look at Pengu, guys. Maybe I should even look at it right here on this place. So let's do Pengu. Of course, I always like going to trade review to look at my stuffs when it comes to analyzing the market. I do that, and the reason is because I see trading review as a massive home platform to interact with the market conveniently. So yes, I'm gonna be checking also if we've got questions. So there are some takes we're dropping. So are there any outcome worth watching? Yes, I mentioned a couple of them. Let's go show what are you doing. All right, I mean, so what I'm watching today, Justin says, isn't just a ETH's price. It is the trading volume. When price and volume rises together, it usually suggests stronger market participation. Well, I don't know so much about that, and I cannot really give so much statement to that, Justin. So you might be right. When okay, let's even check what your claim is. Let's quickly come right. So there are things I focus on when it comes to me trading the market. We just might have different perspectives, and I think it's all okay to have different perspectives. So let me look at Ethereum. Let me look at Ethereum with you, Justin, and of course make my decision of that. I mean, I think that's very much important. I will have to look at. Yeah, I also look at Solana, but then I have different buying prices, and for me, I think Ethereum is going to probably drop a little bit more. But anyways, let's just check what this is about. So Justin's claim is price is not a focus. When price and volume rise together, it should see a stronger market participation. So in the past 24 hours, as price has been dropping. Okay, good. Then what is like the volume? Let's check for the volume. Yeah. 24 hours volume also is down. So now that volume and price is down, would you say the market is really dumping? I mean, there are just so many dynamics to all of these things, I must really say. But again, I keep saying to everyone, especially myself anyways, that the charts is just out of the market. So I'm gonna come back to trading video analysis and of course come back to maybe X for execution. We're gonna trade Ethereum today. I mean, I think that's important. So I think that's very important. Okay, now that we're sure of what that is gonna be like, I'm gonna leave Pengu for a moment. Come back right here. I don't just know how much of volume I've got right here. Let's come right here, guys, to trading view. Why is this thing just not loading as I'm expecting it to load? For goodness sake, I'm on Ethereum chart, and I'm gonna probably reload this page. Come back there. This is StratFi, none of our business for the moment. We're gonna come back there, I think. While that loads, I would love to bring you guys a trading view. I mean, that's important for me right now, just for us to do our analysis. And I think that's primarily what I want to do. The guy is still loading. Yeah. Okay, let's go to trading view. Just a minute. The website just went off. But I don't know. Trying to switch from tabs to tabs, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. Just a moment. I'm gonna hit their place for me. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look into Ethereum for trading, but then while I'm waiting for this to Ethereum price is loading. By the way, I used to do a lot of indicators before, but not anymore. I still do indicator, but maybe just one RSI, and it's just to check with my already clear perspective of the market. So this is Ethereum. Let me also get guys on the horizontal view to be on the same page with us right here. I call them horizontal, YouTube horizontal. We also do YouTube Shorts live. So we are also going live here on iChat. There is so much volume. I mean, so much bonuses for you. What kind of coins does the Anchor? Hello, Zoe. Thank you for joining. I could see a lot of you joining. Thank you. So what kind of coins does the Anchor mainly make? What does this mean? I don't make coins. So I don't make coins. I only trade them. So yeah, I only trade them. Yeah. Hope that answers your question. CC. Okay. Now, come with me. Let's do our analysis. So, this is a very huge bearish candle, and we'll not ignore that. I have a school of thoughts that believes that once there is a very huge candle like this, the market should retrace, right? The next candle market should retrace 60% or 50% of that old move, which implies that at least from this peak point of 3,922 up until when it got to like 1,500, the market should retrace to about 2,002 before it drops. That school of thought might sound good, but it's not always perfect. All right. Now, by the way, you must see now the 3-month candle. This 3-month candle has retraced into a key level. What is a key level? So a key level is the point where the market has critical and unique reactions. So critical meaning the market could respond quickly. Most time it responds quickly to that point, and unique reactions meaning it could either buy or sell from that point. So when you look at this point, let me just draw the markup. So why this point is critical, so you could see it yourself. So boom, let me use a black line and of course increase the pixel. So you could see that the market really is a critical point. This is a point the market broke up from, retested it, and of course bought. The market sold from that point, and then you could see it reacting off that point critically, like that, buying and selling at critical intervals, and that's where we are right now. What's your take on this? A buy or a sell? Don't forget, this time around when we broke out, we bought. When we broke out, is it possible we're going to be selling? That's my thought around the market. For the moment, it could just do like that, and then we go back upwards, because I think the market's eventually going to be buying. That's it. But anyways, leave my thought processes to me. But then I think we're at the very closure of this bear market, right? No jokes. So anyways, this is it. This is where we are right now. I'm gonna take this off. I already know what this is all about intuitively. Let me just extend that to the right. Wouldn't mind you guys dropping your questions in the comment sections. And again, don't forget we're going to be trading on FamiX. If you don't have an account on FamiX, like there's a bot on YouTube right now dropping the referral link. So please make do with the referral link on YouTube and sign up. Let's trade together. Y'all know we made very great profitable decision yesterday, and of course it has a very good outcome. So don't miss out of today's analysis, right? I mean, that's gonna be like important. All right, today's Thursday, tomorrow is Friday. So markets essentially closes on the New York Stock Exchange tomorrow, but then some of us were how do you explain who we are? We are what's the word? We are hardcore tradists. That's the word. Hardcore tradists will keep trading on weekends. Like I used to do that before, and I used to think that's the way you could take advantage of the market reversals. The truth is, you're only gonna be burning out. Like you're burning out. You're not having time to take a break off the market and practically prepare for a new weekly open, because really whatever the market has done from the beginning of the candle weekly open up until its closure is enough. Whatever it is you want to still do afterwards is overdue because of the Nigeria here in Africa. You know, overdue. Like you're it's just, what is that? Doesn't make sense. So, right? Yeah, some person said I'm a what? I'm a day trader. Yeah, until the beginning of sell courses, and you realize that it just doesn't pay. Anyways, look at this. This is a critical point. What makes it critical, David? I'm gonna tell you for free. This is a fair value gap, right? And a liquidity zone. Did the market react to that point? Yes, it did react to that point. So when you look closely enough, right, you could see that this is a gap point, right? And of course, we have the market grabbing liquidity above here, then reacting nicely with this candle that wasn't going to be closing above it, but it leaves its candle wick at that exact point. Of course, coinciding with our understanding, would Ethereum continue outperforming BTC over the next few days? So I think it's two ways. Like, so let me answer that question. The first way being, yes, if Bitcoin is going up, Ethereum definitely would outperform Bitcoin. Why? It's an altcoin, and the same outperformance that Ethereum will put up, like that outperforming when it comes to Bitcoin going up, Ethereum will also put that up when Bitcoin is going down. So if Bitcoin goes down like 10%, do expect Ethereum to go above 10%, maybe like 12, 15%, or 20%. Like a friend will say, we've had these talks, some 4 or 5 years ago, would say once Leica moves, Shiba follows. Only the OGs know when, Shiba made a very great round in 2020s. Q3, Q4 of that year up until 2021. Okay, so fine. Now, that answers your question. Ethereum definitely could continue outperforming Bitcoin, even if Bitcoin goes down anyway. So our performance might be relative and subjective, right? I mean, that is very much clear. Okay, so this reaction here is very solid, and I'm not going to ignore that. And so where are the next possibilities for Ethereum? Fine, I'm just going to do some simple markups. This is a lower low. Let's just put it like that for the sake of those. That's a lower low. And where is the eye that sponsored this low? This is the eye. And for me, I have always said the relative eye that sponsored the relative low is a protected point, right? So this is a low eye, right? So of course, now the market broke this key level and then it was a sell. Now it's retesting that point, and this is where we are. But Ethereum push higher, well, by my own estimates of retracement, which is what I use a kind of modified Gantt box. This is what I always draw. Once I draw this, it tells me the precise entry point, like the most likely and the absolute certain. So this is the region of the most likely and the absolute certain. Exactly. So I have those 2 points as the point where I know Ethereum must sell from, even if it doesn't sell from here. Now, selling from here is placing a bet on the market retesting that particular key level. You remember that black line I drew the other time? Yeah, it's placing a bet on that key level and the daily liquidity grab around this fair value gap region, right? Okay. Now, I'm gonna come back to look at the weekly chart for one more time. So yeah, the market is retesting off that point. Okay. And on the 4-hour chart, which is what I want to go into right now, analyzing Ethereum, is there a break of structure? These are the questions we want to ask. Where are liquidity point on Ethereum? These are liquidity zones. There's a liquidity resting below here on Ethereum. I think that's very much clear. So that's one. These are all liquidity points. So yeah, The market shifted when it went above here. Yeah, so this low bought this high, this low bought this high, but then ultimately this is the low that bought this high. And if I'm going to be mirroring the Gantt box also, what I'm going to be thinking is, since that's a breakout structure, I'm going to be thinking of preparing for a new buy level around this key level. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be thinking of that point for a buy for Ethereum if I were going to be considering any buy at all. Anyways, so a drop from this point means it's about a 30% drop. And the fact is, this is not something to be held forever. Why? Because this move didn't take the relative lower high, which is just this point, which implies that a drop from here, in simple terms. All right, so what coin is everyone watching today, Rosedane? You actually ask very great questions, I must admit. So the coin people are watching today, of course, we can always get a coin market cap. I know what coin there is. By the way, guys, my eyes on Pi. Pi is going to make great comebacks. Like, I'm saying that seriously. So, I'm not joking. My eyes on Pi. So I want to check the coins that are trending today on CoinMarketCap. I think that's gonna. Okay, so I think it's Ondo. Number one is Ondo. It's the number one trending coin. Ondo, like that leading token for that reward asset tokenization infrastructure. Ondo. So I think that answers your question. So Ondo seem to be the top on the list. Top of trending coins. I want to check if that's also but then I think yeah. The Ondo is currently, I don't even know why this coin is this strong. Because for goodness sake, the past 24 hours it's been up 15%, and guess what? This coin almost didn't dump, and I would explain. For the past 24 hours, the volume has gone up by 207%. I mean, that's literally what Justin was saying. I hope, and I think maybe his thought process or his kind of logic applies to Ondo. I'm gonna be showing you Ondo anyways. Okay, maybe it dumped from like $2, but the lowest it got was 0.08, and it has no maximum supply. And this is something I sometimes see as discouraging. And I think the calculated supply is about 50% of the total supply at the moment, anyways. Zondo Finance is trading at, it is up 15%, and I think everyone is already thinking this is like the next big thing other than BNB. Well, they may be right, and I think it's not also bad to buy. I was thinking that it's too valued is gonna be like a wrong perceptive. So let's come back to what I was analyzing. I'm gonna go back to Ondo. I'm gonna go back to Ondo. So yeah, so I don't know how well this market is gonna probably push. I don't know, but then I think there's gonna be like a stopover somewhere around here or here, and maybe possibly here. Okay. Yeah. I was trying to check if we've got questions in the live room. Okay, if we've got questions in the live room, please do not forget to drop them. Okay, this is Bitcoin. Don't forget, I still think I'm of the school of thought Bitcoin is probably going to be, giving us a fresh opportunity to understand what it is going to probably do. In the next 7 minutes, we're going to have New York session open. What do you suspect New York doing today? Anyways, anyone? So this is Bitcoin. I always like to come look at Bitcoin for sessional look. So because that gives me a heads up on what I think the interaction with the market is going to probably be in London sold. It's very possible New York is going to probably be buying today, guys. I'm not even joking, because like we already have the accumulation, manipulation, distribution also yesterday, and London session literally sold. Now it's already transitioned into New York. So what do you think I want to do right now, David? I'm going to probably look forward to buy the markets. Buy? I don't even know. Shall I explain? Drop in the comment section, explain, and I'll give you the reasons why I think I want to take a buy in the market. It's very much funny, and it might not even make sense to you, but then drop explain, right? Explain, and I'm going to give the explanation. All right, so like the reason for why I'm going to probably take a buy, if you want me to take that. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I'm actually thinking I'm going to probably take a placement buy at 63,600 thereabouts, and of course run this buy up. It sounds funny, but then I think so. I can run this buy to this peak point of 67K and then drop down. That's not going to be bad. What do you think? Yeah, I think that's right, David. I saw what you're doing there, Zoe. It's okay to laugh. Anyway, so what I'm going to probably be doing is simple. We're going to be capitalizing on liquidity zones right here. London really sold, clearly. I don't even care what Asian is doing because I want to just capitalize on what London is doing to make sense of what New York is doing. Right. First off, I must give a bit of heads up. This is a daily time frame that has this very huge bullish candle, right, that give us this shift. Anyways, I still don't think there is a level of interest the market has relatively above. Like, this liquidity is going to be taken. This is just engineering liquidity. Whatever the market did right here is liquidity engineering. It has its candle wick right here. I'm not having time for too much explanation, but then the market's going to take this liquidity and of course probably take this one and maybe stop right back at this region of range and drop, which is my thought processes around all of these right now. By the way, don't forget this is probability and no one has any autonomy on what the market is going to do. Our stop losses are always our risk management tools. Anyways, so what do I do now? I'm going to be targeting the next 30 minutes candle. Let me look into that right now. This is it. I don't know if it could drop right like this, but then I think it can. This is a demand zone. I don't know if it's good, but I think this liquidity will be taken before I take a buy. First off, let me use my fixed range to make sense out of what the market is doing. I have 3 more minutes to make my decisions right now, and of course, go place a trade right away. It has a point of control, and the market is really holding strongly in that zone for the 30 minutes candle. Great. All right, so and for this other region, the point of control is here, 6,200. This is almost getting funny right now. Okay, guys, so what I'm gonna probably do, this is a very, I don't know if I'm gonna say it's very risky, but then I think it is. Let me look at the 50 chart. But then this is a very solid point the market seems to be holding on to. All right. Those are the regions of demand. Specifically that zone. Right now, guys, apologies, I need to yawn. Okay, so I have a liquidity rest in here, which I think markets could take, and I probably want to play with that liquidity. I want to play with this liquidity for a buy. I think I've found my logic of what I'm going to probably be doing, and that's what I'm going to probably be doing. I'm going to be placing my bet first here that the markets are going to come here. Oh my god, have your way. That's so reddish. All right. All right, so let's take it this way. Long. Where is the buy? Somewhere around here, 62, 650. The stop loss is going to be like there. I'm gonna be taking it out right there. I mean, that's like 8x. It's 8 reward, almost 8 reward to risk ratio. That's very nice. That's very nice. So let's target this liquidity. What do you guys think? So let's just continue with our gameplay. This is London. This was London. All right. Wanted to trade Ethereum also, but then I think this market is gonna really buy. Like, I'm not. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally gonna be dropping this in our group right now, but then I think Ondo is one of the top trading coins today with trading. Yeah. Do you think this is just short term or is real world assets are starting to regain market attention? I think so. I hope you're aware that most of these big finance company is already New York session, guys. Bro, can you see the push? Can you see the jump? Brah. I told you I was gonna buy, but then I was thinking it's gonna come for liquidity, which I think is not out of play. I don't know. I don't know what I think. Oh wow. This is really pushing IR. That's why I think I'm so grateful I got everyone to have taken their profits. Let's go set our trade. I was answering on though. So there was a question I found on the iChats page, which I want to respond to. Anyways, first let's go try and set our limit orders for this trade. Let's set our trade for this. Oh boy. Hello there. Let me explain it this way. But if you're wondering where's our YouTube channel is Beat Chase. You could just search for Web3 Chase. You'd find the YouTube channel. That's it. Okay. Many of the big finance companies, right? Think of JP Morgan and Chase, all of these big companies, right? You know, BlackRock. They've been leveraging Ondo to tokenize most of the current stocks that are listed in the US tech stocks and whatever kind of stocks. Any stock that want to be listed on chain right now, they get to do that through on chain. I mean through Ondo. So you could see that Ondo is of great importance for bringing the stock market on chain. That's the background of Ondo, and I think that gives you a bit of understanding of as to why it is getting much traction. By the way, whenever you're seeing a market like this that suddenly begins to breathe and you're almost feeling the pulse of the market, jumping from place to place and point to point, don't be overly excited to rush into it and say, oh, yes, I missed that. Oh my God. Oh my no. Don't do that. Come on, don't do that to yourself. That's not going to be very smart. It's just going to mean that the market is having a better advantage of you, which is not going to be good at all because you're going to oftentimes than not regret that decision. I'm going to be telling you for a fact. Anyways, so I want to set my trades right now, right? Let me look at the relative price of this particular region on FemiX exchange. Would you mind joining me on FemiX exchange? Let's look at this. Look at that. Let's quickly look at that. Don't be overly excited about any market, guys. I keep telling you, we're gonna do Bitcoin and Ethereum. So Bitcoin first, maybe we're gonna. So the money we have there is just about $68. Let's see how we can carefully be growing this fund a little bit later and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna use 50 or 45 for Bitcoin and then the rest for Ethereum. Gonna be doing that right away. I'm gonna just set the limit order right and hope it's gonna get it. If it doesn't get it, fine, that's good. I'm gonna wait for the next thing the market wants to do. No rush. It's the market day. Today's Thursday, so all right. Let's keep watching. Bam. Yeah, guys. Just a moment. Right here with you, trying to make sense of the market. Boom. I'm trying to open the FemiX exchange back door by actually bring it. I'm gonna put a bit of sound there. So I don't think it's bad. All right, maybe I should just maybe take out the sound if it's okay. Open anyways. Bro, this coin does not seem to be waiting. Don't go jump and take a short. So no, no be this kind of coin. No, in fact, I'm not gonna think of taking a shot until it comes back right to the peak of that point, or take out the liquidity of the previous day. No shot. Just look at the market with your eyes and tell the market, I know what you're doing. I mean, I've been here long enough to understand that emotions will have no place when it comes to making profitable trade decisions, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a fact. Like a fact. Just a moment. Anyways, if I couldn't load this, I don't know why it's taking forever to load. I just don't know why. Not even joking. It's taking forever to load back though. Then I'm gonna probably tell you the price I would eventually open this on my mobile phone, which I have with me right here. So I'm opening FemaX back door and I'm gonna get back to CoinMarketCap. Sorry. My entry point is somewhere around $64,670. And I think bro 64,300. The market is right now. 64,330. Can you imagine? 64,360. It's really covering up. Don't go take a shot. I tell you, don't do. Like, I'm gonna beg you for free. I think market could actually buy seriously, but then I think we need to see it present us an opportunity. Right. Um oh boy. Just think of 64,400. Anyways, market you normal. Are you serious? Can you believe the market on 64,400? Like it's really I'm trying to see if we had entered around here. Because we potentially have a 2% upside, and I don't know if I'm. What's the risk? Uh, I would have done that. I don't know. This is the market for you, man. This is the market, so don't feel bad. Just let's study. Let's keep watching. Yeah, let's keep just let's keep. Well, it has tapped into this liquidity zone. I don't know if it's gonna be just reacting there and selling off because it could also. Let's look at Ethereum and make sense of it. I'm gonna look at Solana and BNB and see if they give me a bit of heads up. No break of structure here yet. And by the way, BNB has been a very good leading indicator for me for the past 2 months in my trading. I'm just going to tell you for free. Yeah. Yeah, because it makes things so much clearer for me. And I mean, I think, yeah, that helps with understanding expectations and outcomes. Right now, you could see the market is really holding terribly at this point. Let me show you the BNB chart that actually, made me knew the market was going to sell for a long time. So you could see how long that was here. And this is the final bust of, I think, Bitcoin's BNB signal touch. Now, don't ask me, how do you know that, David? I'm just going to tell you that we're almost at the very end of this whole thing. All right. I think these liquidities are going to be taken, and I don't know how well it's going to probably drop, but I think I can tell you for free, it's going to be like a drop like that. I'm telling you. So it has broken and is retesting that line. That's where it is at. In fact, I think I'm going to have a rethink because the fact that, listen, that the market didn't come down first to go take that low, I'm already thinking I want to just take a short. Now, when it comes to trading the financial market, there are just several things that really come together to make sense of it. I'm not joking. You know what? I opened a short on BNB on Bitcoin. Why is this taking forever? I opened a short on BTC right away. I did right now, just right now. So if you're wondering what trade do you open, David, I open a short. Now I'm gonna open a short on BNB right now. So yeah. And by the way, I don't trade cross. I trade isolated. If you care to know. So we're meant to do um we're meant to do we're meant to do ETH, but I think we might just be stopping with BNB today. So we have two shorts opened. Let me check if I've got questions in the live room. Are you not going to be taking a buy? So once I looked at BNB's chart, I just felt okay, fine. Because this is a leading indicator for me. Personally, hmm, I think so. I think so. I think okay. So let me even check BNB on RSI chat. I want to check if we've got any questions in live room. Yeah. Okay, we have a bullish divergence there, right? Yes, we do. Yeah, we why the switch? I mean, even myself, I'm asking myself about the switch. I don't know why the switch. I can't even tell you why. The switch, I can't really see. So I think I'm going to probably short Ethereum in some place. And then, so we've taken shorts on Bitcoin, taken shorts on ENB, shorts on Ethereum. I don't even know if I'm. I hope this is smart. I eventually opened reluctantly shorts on Bitcoin every literal where. Like, so let's see. Really have floating, position. So we opened Bitcoin short at 64,300. That was because I eventually had to look at the market and say, okay, fine, what are you doing? Fine. This is what the market is doing. 64,300. I'm gonna be showing you the trade later on, guys. I don't know. I don't think I want to hold this trade for forever. Because I still think this is because don't forget the duality of the market. Two things can happen at the same time. I'm probably gonna be thinking of taking it at 63,500. I'm not gonna I think that's what I want to do if I'm gonna be probably holding this trade. And by the way, don't forget it might just go way beyond the expectation. Let me check what I've got in the live room. So y'all don't think has anyone tried the platform before? Very easy to use. I like it. Yeah, I mean, I'm also testing the platform myself. I think that's also important for me to state, right? Because that's primarily the truth. I'm getting to know much more about the platform. BNB, do I have a position on BNB, Ethereum, yeah, BTC? Okay, fine. So I have a short on BNB. What have you, right? Let's keep watching this position. We're on a short right now, guys. I'm gonna probably show you that. Okay, I'm gonna open the FMX's chart so you could see where we are. So you can see, let me show you that right now. So you know, whenever I say something, just know we've done that. Yeah, I couldn't quickly access that on my PC, but then I did on my phone. So you all know that this is what we are still talking about. Now, sometimes you just can't really access what the market is going to eventually do, but then this is the fact. All right, so can we refresh? You see, we have two positions running, so you know that's the fact. Uh, it's really refreshing once it's done refreshing, then we play out. Hmm. Okay, okay. Anyways, this is a risky trade. Just know once it moves a little bit upwards, we're gonna probably jump out because it's a what's it called? It's a it's a sharp daily trade. We're not doing this for forever. Yeah, I just want you to embody the risk involved in this trade right now. Why is this taking for forever to load, really? All right. Support 200. Okay. Oh. We'll keep watching this trade, and I think. All right, there you have it. So you could see we opened BNB and BTC. BNB opened at 66340. All right, by the way, don't forget, guys, your stop losses are going to be important for you. I'm going to be doing that manually. The stop loss for this trade is that candle wick the market got to at 64,400. 500 is the best point to put your stop loss. Know that this is very risky. By the way, this is not a financial advice. I must again state that we already have those disclaimers around our videos on YouTube, so you all know that it's right. Primarily, it's for educational purpose, and I think that's important. So let's see how the moment is going to play out. We are in a critical time. You know what I'm saying? We are in a critical time, and market's having a fun day. Why is this chat? Let me check it one word. Probably give. I want us to look into altcoins that are making a very great trend. I'm going to look into that. So while we're waiting for this to keep loading and doing whatever I want to do, let's come to market cap. By the way, this is under. It has down 16% or, approximately 17% in 24 hours. Meaning if you had $1,000, you're up 160, and if you had 10,000, you're up 1,600. Like 1,600 profits. So that's not bad at all. But then, why is under up? I mean, this is a question that CoinMarketCap here is going to be telling you. So, is it under is up? Is 100% today? It's sharply outperforming a flat to down broader market, primarily driven by a major institutional partnership announcement. The move shows strong alpha, decoupled from Bitcoin's minus 1% drift. Primary reason: launch of DTCC-backed tokenized stocks. I mean, I did mention that the other time. A landmark institutional integration for reward assets, RWA. Secondary reasons: strong sector rotation into regulatory clarity tokens, and a 290% surge in buy-in volume, confirming the catalyst. Near-term market outlook: if under holds above $0.35, it could target the 0.40 to 0.42 zone, which is just some 2-3% away, anyways. A break below risk a retracement towards 0.32. What follow through on the DTC pilot news? By the way, just so you know, AI does not necessarily give you so much analysis. It just does a whole lot of talks and leaves you to make decision yourself. That's what you've just witnessed in real time with the CMC's AI, anyways. Hey, thank you, CC. Whoa, Justin. I mean, I'm seeing you drop a picture. Like, you made some very great profit. Nice, man. 50%. Whoa. What asset are you trading? I would love to know what asset is that. Not bad for today. I mean, 50% a day is very huge. Bro, no bank gives that amount of money in a whole year. So 50% is a very nice one, I must say. 50% is great. 50% is nice. 50% is good for the day. What asset are you trading, if you mind sharing? In fact, it's good for the month, not just the day. Okay. Bro, market's really in. Yeah. I'm really looking at this thing time and I'm trying to make sense of it. But like if it eventually gets to drop, they know that the drop will be a dropping. Like, no joke. There are not too much analysis on BNB. I just looked at it and I'm like, oh fine. These assets really vibes for a sale. Like I looked at the chart and I'm like, okay, fine. You know, there is this grab on liquidity above that point, and now the market is route this liquidity internally from external of this range. Possible we come way lower right now. I mean, that's what I just looked and I'm like, okay, fine, it's what I think. And that's what I sort of understand the market is gonna probably do. Again, this is very much just so you know, trading is war, that's the fact. So we are here. We are here waiting for outcomes of actions. You know, to every action, there is an equal but opposite reaction. That's Newton's, guys. Market has almost gotten back to entries. Like it has gotten back to our entry 64,300. And it's looking like maybe the market is cooking us or we're cooking the market. But again, let's be prepared. So it looks like the market just quickly comes back to, but whatever the market gets to do, we cannot do the thinking for the market. Just ensure we have our stop losses set. That's the best we can do right now because telling stories after the market does a bad move might just not be a good thing for anybody right now. That's the truth. So my expectation, right, is 63,400 to exit. Yeah. Take profit is, I mean, the just take profit. Then exit for stop loss is 63. Let me check precise pricing. Bro. Oh, it is 3480. Yeah. 4480, right? That's for stop loss. Done, 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 done. Market rather respond to our expectation, anyways. That is what it has to do. Just other way. That's what we wanted to do. Yeah. Sorry. But this alarm, very important. Hmm. Bruh, this is really pushing higher. Bro, trading is war. and we must win. Anyway, it's gonna be 3 p.m. West Africa time, which is gonna be like 2 p.m. UTC. And hey, it's gonna be like a changing moment for the whole thing right now. But then BNB is really holding nicely, right? We are on a plus $0.5 on BNB. Guess what? We're still on that same point, even though Bitcoin has retraced, right? You can't almost believe it. And by the way, you might just want us to put our stop loss at 64,500 and leave the take profit because Bitcoin can actually drop to like 62K, like straight away. You might not believe it, but I think that's very much possible. So let's play along. The market is a good place to make a very good play. There's nothing wrong with making your own trials around the market. Um okay. I think while this around and does its whole thing, let's come check. I think that's my favorite around my. I'm so sorry about that noise. So let's check what's really been making the round. 24-hour volume, you could see that hmm. Hmm. Guys, let me check. Top, back to top and leave the guys. All right. Support 251 Bitcoin pricing. Ethereum, you have that. All right. So 24-hour upward movement. The most is of course under, which is like 30, number 30 something. You find under. There's been up 24 hours by 17%. 17.42. That's in terms of price. And of course, we can actually check. What is this? I'm not even. I don't know. Okay, guys. So, I mean, crypto's really changed big time. My eyes actually is also on Canton. I must say that, and several other tokens. I mean, so coin is now called gram. 1 gram, 2 grams. Okay. I'm gonna take a short break. I'm gonna be right back. But then, I mean, I would love to know what y'all are thinking about the current market take. But we don't forget to get your accounts, verified. Haven't signed up. If you're watching this, I'm gonna be trying to check if we are actively communicating on our Telegram. Right, no one yet is on watching on the normal viewpoint. I think this is okay. Great. Okay, so I'm gonna be right back. I wanted to take a short break, and I just hope you guys are gonna be enjoying the break. Really. Um, just stretch my leg. I think that's gonna be like very much important. Yeah. So let's take a short break. I'm gonna be right back. See you soon. right, we're back from the break, and I think it's kind of needed, so we can very much on the same page and going long or short today. I think we're already short, guys. We're already short. We are short. I just hope the 1 hour candle didn't take us out, bro. I don't know if it's still gonna be shorting. Like I don't even know. What's the stop loss we set? $480. Okay. When I head out, right? I think we are seeing, but this market still probably mirrors possibility of taking. Bro, it really moved. Okay, at 68,500 or 64,500 if we get. All right, so yeah, let's be positive and optimistic. But again, so all along, this is the analysis we gave for the market. Let me bring you guys to trading view so you guys. I sort of think this market could actually buy from the beginning if you really get back to the beginning. We knew this market could actually buy, but then a part of us thinks now that it's open as a buy, it's probably going to be selling. But then we realized, okay, what if I just sell all along? And so we plugged in a sell at 64,300. We're still holding it. I think you guys are watching that. Stop losses are going to be like lifesaver. So you could make 40% today, and then you're going to lose 10% tomorrow. Then you have to take a break for a day and then check what again is wrong with the market and tell stories and play games. I think. All right. I mean, I think that's primarily it. So let me bring you guys to the trading view so you could watch with me how the market's really performing. I'm seeing this in real time, and I kind of laughing, maybe laughing at myself. I don't know, but then I think market's really making unusual moves to close on the stop loss right now. And all right, so I'm not even in denial, but then I think I'm just looking at the market playing out in real time. Whatever it is it wants to do. Hey, guys on the horizontal, I hope you guys could see this. So that's trading for you. Yeah. Going long or short, Justin. Me too. Okay. Yeah, so I actually think the market is gonna say eventually buy upwards, but then I don't know how. Yeah, so bro, it broke. Let's just go book it. Book everything. So I can tell you for free now that has happened. We're going to really there's no going back. Yeah, there is no going back. Market is having a raging interest, right? It's gonna go above all of these points and push right here. So yeah, it's either we find a way to get in on long, right? Or we just forget your trade thing and wait for the short at 67K. That is the truth. So we are out of the market, no trade. We are the stop loss ETH of about 12% because of our leverage, whatever it is. So that's it. Okay, now what is the lesson? The lesson is, well, stick to the first analysis and let no other peers give you a confusion, right? Because I think at some point it was like kind of confusion. I think so. I really think so. Right now, just think of that. So I was expecting this point to happen. The 3600 now. Goodbye. Anyways, this is where we are right now. Don't be well excited. I don't know. Let It's been a while I checked Forex Factory. So let me open Forex Factory and see if we've got some news. But then there are several liquidation heat maps I want us to look into. Honestly, people have some very important news that are going to be affecting the US dollars. But then again, I told you guys, it's better we just find the next point of taking an entry for a long, right? I mean, I just knew all along that time that the market is going to probably go. Like, I was very much certain. Market's buying. That was at 64167 right now. Just imagine we had taken that long. 716 thereabouts. I'll have like almost 0.6, like 1% right now. So this is not real. That's wrong. I'm just gonna probably leave it as a testament against myself that I was wrong at this point. I was wrong. So what do we do right now? I'll get the next 5 minutes candle open or closure. This is a volume. That's something you don't want to ignore. Let's check for the market news. We're gonna be looking at that. Guys, the trending coins are, Undo and IPE and several other coins like that. Okay, I think Justin said something the other time, and maybe I didn't pay attention. I'm sorry. So what coin was that he was trading? Who's on the bull side today? So we are on both sides. We are both on the bull and bear side. We really wanted to take a bull side, but then the bears, they literally wooed us. And then when they wooed us, when we got wooed, like we eventually were bearish initially. Now we're back to being bullish eventually by thoughts. You understand what I'm saying? All right, Wednesday. Oh, fine. The Fed chairman is speaking. Little wonder. Today is okay. That was yesterday. So core retail sales month over month. Philly Fed manufacturing index. So this week was a lot of liquidity right now, and I think maybe unemployment claims is already out. Maybe that was in fact more reasons. Oh wow, unemployment claims. I see. It's on the green, which means that it's less, and the dollar is stronger. So the dollar is stronger. What does that imply? Dollar should buy. Let's even look at the DXY. It's been a while I have my eyes on the DXY. So let's check. So the DXY went up. Then what should happen to gold? Gold should come down. That's what we know instinctively. Anyone who has a very strong background in Forex should know that. Okay, all right. Gold went down. What? So look at that. Maybe we should have just traded TradFi on MX today. Who knows? Maybe we just had our focus on the wrong asset pair today. So gold essentially has broken the $4,000 mark. I think it was still on $4,000 yesterday, and it's possible it just keeps dropping. This low is gonna be like what could actually be taken. Let's take next stop, which means gold could just do 300 or about 300 points. These lows could be taken up, bro. The best you could do is just to wish to be on the right side of market liquidity, really. Yeah. Boy, oh boy. What do we get right here? Okay, Bitcoin is really making some very crazy move upsides, and I don't know if gold is gonna let loose. I don't know. Like I don't even know what we're gonna probably expect of gold, but I'm not even gonna be sitting around with gold. For me, I think it only presents an opportunity for someone to get right in for a buy. Yeah, so now let's go do some pre-sales research. Let's leave the chat for a moment, and of course, take a very good break. I mean, I think it's very much needed. I hope you don't mind that. So come with me to Crypto Rank. Let's do some good, plays. It's enough of chat today. It's enough of chats. I mean, that's my take. It's very much enough of chats, folks. I'm actually serious, like dead serious. Sometimes trying to make sense of market next price action might just be a terrible news. Like, and terrible news, I mean, like, it's just too. But like I said, the market's gonna probably be buying upward more, right? Like, because we're already, having a bullish perspective all along. So I'm trying to open Crypto Rank, and I'm gonna bring it back. We're gonna be looking out for the next altcoins that I think will be good performance. Yeah, we're gonna do a bit of research, and what have you? We have like 30 minutes. We're gonna do that right now. I don't know if you've had some questions or you have some concerns around what are the assets you need to be holding. So I've done a bit of, what do you want to call that now? Questions or checks and balances around some of these assets. Yeah. Oh yeah. Even though 64,600, so I mean it's gonna be like very ridiculous to try taking a short on this. I think we just see it's gonna climb 65k, and so I might still take some attempts to play some interesting positions on the market and of course Ethereum, because it's very much possible Ethereum climbs $2,000. Very, very, very possible. By the way, I don't think that also rules the fact that I expect the market to, I mean, at some very not so distant a future time, I'm expecting the market to, what's the word? To eventually take the lows below 55k. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm already in. I have some assets I'm holding. So this is me trying to catch or capture price or capture profits of price, something like that. By the way, we're in extreme fear anyways, so yeah. I know it doesn't make sense, but then that's what I think. All right, so we are here on. Let me log in. This is kind of important. So I'm logging into Crypto Rank. Reason is what? So I'm coming. Just a moment. Trying to log in. I'm going to read that right now. I'm just logging on my mobile. Then I'm going to use the QR code, all of that. But to scan QR code and ensure that we have been approved after authorizing the login. Just a moment, please. I'm trying to do that myself. Why aren't capture error? Just a moment, please, guys. Just hang on in there for me. Bruh. I mean, if you possibly see this market go see Sydney. Like, if you didn't hear what I'm saying, I just literally spoke one of pidgin language saying, is it still possible that this market might actually sell? That's what I just said. But then, that's what the market always wants you to think. I don't know what's wrong. Or click on certain things. It's just not loading as I expect it to. Sorry. What's going on? Like, it's not even allowing me to shift tabs. I don't know why it's taking forever to do. I don't know. Just a minute, please. Just hang in there for me. I don't know why this just is happening right now. Come on, we have just a few minutes. Ah, boy, what's going on with this right now? I'm bringing you guys to trading view, guys. I'm just not gonna keep you waiting there while we wait for this. It's already becoming annoying. That's the word. Maybe because of the too many tabs on my PC, but then I wasn't expecting this to be the case. What do I do now? I really wanted us to get on this thing. I'm tired. I think we're not having discussion with this anymore. Why did it suddenly end? I don't know why it's not closing, bro. What do you guys suggest I do? I don't know. This is not what I wanted to sit with. I'm not planning. I'm not even interested or excited to sit and be discussing markets again right now. No, no, not at all. I wanted also look at crypto rank. If I could actually access a browser, this I could have in fact made things easier. What risk do beginners most often overlook? How important is patience in trading? Well, the truth is that literally has played out today. If anyone cared to listen to what we've been trying to say since morning. All right, so apparently it's as clear as day that patience is important in trading. Important before entry, important in entry, important after entry. Like, have you analyzed the market and patiently wait for it to come to that point you actually have envisioned it to get, right? One, then two, in entry, it is playing out. Let the market have its focus. Don't try to just go about a market because you actually have some pre-thoughts. And again, sometimes you might be very right to have a pre-thought or a rethinking, and then you want to just go close that position, right? It's very much. And then finally, aftermarket, like for instance, we booked some 12-10% loss, right, today. What do? Jump into the market and again look for another opportunity? No. Revenge trade? No. That's where patience comes to play. You have to wait, look at the market again and understand, okay, fine, let me recapitulate. Let me, just take my time off. Let me understand what is going to happen. Let's see how the candle is going to close today. Let's see the updated standpoint of the market's data when it comes to, what the market is going to essentially do. I think that is the idea. That's the idea. So I think that's the big point. That's the point, right? I hope that answers the question, Lucy. Yeah, because I think that's primarily important for me to state, so we can actually be so sure everyone's questions are effectively answered that way. Yeah. So I'll be looking forward to y'all dropping your questions and thought processes in the comment section. I really love to hear from you. Why can't I hear what is said here? Let me check if it's like. Okay. Just a minute, really. Yeah. Okay, I think we're still very much great and we're live and it's still going nicely. I'm gonna be logging in soon. Boof! I said it. This is not even the time to think of saying on the market. Just go and long it. Because it's really gonna be pushing ahead. And the best you could just stay out of the whole question thing, right? I think that's it. It's my take. So for the next 15-10 minutes, I think I want us to really focus on what we want to focus on right now. I really want us to look at something important, very important. So let me bring you guys back to crypto rank. I'm going to try logging in right now before showing you all. And please don't feel left behind if the market goes anywhere. Don't feel good, don't feel bad. But feeling good is not dependent on the market, right? And I think I want to re-emphasize that everyone knows this for themselves, right? The earlier the better y'all knows this truth, the safer it is for you to live a life that is free, that is big, that is happy, that is robust, that is whole in itself, right? Not dependent on any way the market makes anyone feels, right? So yeah, Bitcoin's on 67,700, right? And good for the market, none of your business. If you caught the move, I must also say good for you. And again, if you didn't catch the move, not bad for you either. Because the idea of, hey, fine, this happens to you, then I must do this, or this happens to me, then it should make me feel some way. That's none of your business, right? No, not at all. No. Right, you get that? Fine. I want to believe you all guys can hear me very well. Yeah, thanks, Lucy. I think I must have paused the video on my own end. I just noticed my audio going off now. Hello? Okay. Fine. I was saying I prefer coming to CryptoRank because I am being brought into an holistic, important software or platform that allows me to check the investments that finance and some other tier one investors or incubators have gotten themselves into, right? I think it's kind of important for me to state. Yeah. So what do we get? Several projects, and of course you could always tell different score ratings. Okay, this is a whole lot of them. A whole lot of them. Some are still in the pre-seed stage, some are already trading. Several coins has been invested in right now, and not a trending tier one investor. I always look out for Whitehead Labs, Coinbase, and Pantera. Yeah. BlackRock now is joining the whole wave of how they're gonna be making money with this. I think they call them big dogs. I don't know why. But anyways, you could always tell what category is really gonna be making waves or making sense in the next couple of years. So lots of investment is going into RWAs, prediction market, and AI. I think that's enough to let the most ignorant person to know right now that that's the next big thing. Okay, several coins. Like, I mean, you can tell several coins are not going to do well, but then again, the most of them are going to do well. Now look at the open campus, and I got to know about Canton. I'm already making you guys see several of these coins that I think will make great sense in the next few years or months, what have you, right? Gonna make a lot of sense. And for me, and I don't know why you guys can't hear me on I don't know why you guys can't hear me yet. I'm not so good the fact that you guys can't hear me yet on my chat, but again, I think my voice is very much clearer. Yeah, on what's it called? Yeah, I don't know why, but again, I think I'm clear on I'm clear on YouTube. So this is Canteen Network, and there are several of these projects that already they raised. This amount Binance was able to grow. Okay, fine. Anyways, so I look for the project that have done really great in this whole category, right? And I look at the ones that have really terribly dumped, and I check if they really still have a very great future. So I'm gonna come back to the ones that I saw the other time. So let's come to Edu, Open Campus Edu. I want to be so sure if they are currently live and people are already trading. So currently, yes, they are live. This is the price of this token. It's currently watch list and it is ranked 543. Open Campus, which is literally going to be the future of education right now. So I think one is really going to be paying about $100,000 to go learn some degrees. There is YouTube, there is of course now AI, there are several things. Open Campus is going to be like the future, right? And I think this project sit at the intersect. But again, let's go check a few things. I'm going to probably stop only on this coin. Not a financial advice anyways, don't forget, that's our mantra. Let's check how it has performed for the past 6 months, right? It has really dropped. Interestingly, the market cap is 1 million. The only cryptocurrency that you probably know, of course I knew of one some 3-4 years ago, that deals with education and the future of learning. The overview, let's read the overview of Open Campus Protocol. Open Campus Protocol is a decentralized education solution for educators, content creators, parents, teachers, students, co-publishers, designed to address major challenges in education today. Despite the critical role of educators in shaping the future, generation, they are often undervalued and underpaid. Additionally, parents frequently lack control over their children's educational content. At its core, the Open Campus Protocol is a community-driven initiative that harnesses the power of blockchain tech to create a fairer for a fairer education system by decentralizing the creation and distribution of educational content. The Open Campus, so technically of the word, by decentralizing the creation and distribution of educational content. So that means it's gonna be like a lot of decentralized content, and the distribution is gonna be very much, you know, how do you use the word? It's gonna be very much heavily dispersed, like across board, leveraging the blockchain. Not gonna be maybe, like, I can't tell at the moment, not gonna be IP dependent or cutting out some persons because of whatever restrictions. The blockchain is gonna be like giving everyone that cross-border access to educational content. I think that sounds great. So the ultimate goal of the Open Campus Protocol is to revolutionize the about $5 trillion education system by returning control to educators and great. The token is Edu, and I think it's very much great. Now, this is it. It's currently on Binance. The market cap, I mean, I'm going to tell you for free, this has been a very crazy moment for Open Campus. It's like OpenAI, but again, I'm telling you, it's Open Campus. Clock it. Market cap, 25 million. FDV, 30 million. Crazy. Yeah, I give you all this for free. What do you have to do? Get this asset at your own pace, at your own risk, and don't ask me any questions. So the all-time high, let's check, was $1.6. The all-time low last month. All-time low, oh my goodness. This is the only opportunity, right? So, I mean, I think, oh Jesus Christ. I feel so motivated to buy a sizable unit of this token. Right now, I feel so motivated, so. Right? I think we need to strategically be buy into some assets right now. Not joking. But this is the Open Campus, this chart. I'm not even interested in that. Maybe I was going to look into the time frame. Anyway, so there you go, guys. Not even financial advice, like I'd always say, but then I think it's not a bad buy. It's not a bad bet. Not even at this point. I can't imagine, whatever. I'm not going to say so much, but then just imagine you buying this as a window. I think it's not gonna be bad. Not. Well, I mean, yeah. Of course, might not see this in every other exchanges, but then I think you can make do with the one you're. The ball is always in everyone's court, but the decision to make is with your. Yes, I mean it. I really do mean it. I'm going to be meeting you again some other time again. I think this is enough, for us to make do with. And I think this is of great importance, very much great. So, guys, you have your, yours truly telling you the best of coins. You need to strategically begin investing. And again, this is not financial advice. You have the autonomy. You have the autonomy to buy or not to buy. You have the decision to make. The ball is always in your court. All right, so thank you, Sissy. Thank you, Lucy. How do you evaluate whether the risk to reward ratio is reasonable? Well, the truth is, the risk to reward ratio becomes reasonable when you know that you are buying at a ridiculously low point. Like 80% dump or 90% dump from all-time high is like, we're already at the ground. You shouldn't be scared of falling. So the best you can do is to rise. That's the reality of what this often presents. And of course, you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. You should know what it's all about. Yeah, so what really matters is knowing how to protect your profit. And I think that's very right. Justin made a very great point. And of course, Luna made a very great point. Thank you, Luna, for joining. Hey, this is a very active community, and I really want to appreciate everyone for joining. Luna, Kiki, CC, Alpha, everyone who ever joined, I want to appreciate you for coming. But again, I think you all understand what I'm trying to say. You must be able to do intentional, work when it comes to protecting your capital. putting in the discipline to ensuring that you retain value over a longer time, right? I think that really matters. At the long run, we want to make money, but it's about keeping it. Yeah, it's so much about keeping it than about making it. So yeah, we made a very interesting trade today, but we had a 12 or is it 11%? 12% drawdown. It's okay. Of the 40% we made yesterday anyway. Just to state that we aren't excited about taking any trade. We know the market is likely going to be making much more moves to the upside, and I think it's about time for everyone to just stay, disciplined and of course, sound when it comes to understand what the market is going to probably be doing. The next days are going to be very much interesting as Bitcoin market is reacting to the news around the Clarity Act, and big institutions are really finding their ways into, tokenizing stocks, reward assets, AI, and prediction markets. So be very much aware that best way to make money, I'm going to be saying, I can say this anytime because the best money I've ever made is not from futures trading. It's from very crazy altcoins. Get position and don't watch from the sidelines. Keep winning. I appreciate you for coming today. I'm going to be looking forward to having you tomorrow, hopefully, if I get a stream. And again, it's about the same time. It's around 12:30 p.m. UTC, right? So that's some 1-2 hours before the New York session. So thank you for coming. I deeply appreciate every one of you for being here. So don't miss out on the next session. Tell a friend that there is BitChase show going on. We talk about every bit in the market, from Bitcoin to bit up to bit down to bit trade to bit futures to bit, to bit penny stocks and penny coins. Everything that has to do with altcoin investment and everything that has to do with research. Every bit in the Bitcoin market, we play them, and I want you to be a part of us. Don't miss out. Subscribe and join our communities everywhere. Own an account on Fimex and get your account verified. Deposit the next trade alongside, and let's make the journey worth it. Once again, thank you for coming. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Sounds.